So I'm just going to quickly pop in this morning for, I guess, a chat and a cup of tea. And I was thinking about that this morning. What would I actually talk about? And I was making a cup of tea, and I sat down with it and just thought, for that moment, that cup of tea, very classic British. Well, it's not British, but stiff upper lip. Everything will be okay with a cup of tea. And obviously it's not just the drinking of the tea, it's the ceremony of taking a moment to sit, to be, to mull over your thoughts and possibly share them with other people. And to drink of life, I guess. When we drink of life, it helps us to put that stiff upper lip on things. What I received this morning, I will show you. I have actually got a cup of tea. And actually, it's a Kate Bush cup. Went to see her in concert. Incredible, incredible woman. And it says, it's in the trees. It's coming. Ooh. Now, that's a line from one of her songs, The Hounds of Love. I can't share it, but I would strongly recommend you look it up. It's a fantastic song, and it's about being frightened of love and then opening our heart to it and doing what is necessary to open our heart to that love, which is kind of what tied in with the message today about the cup of tea. I was getting a real play on words with things that are going to be heard, or the word hear. Look at what you hear. And then the difference between the word hear and heart, the only difference is T. The letter T. It feels very much linked to a bridge energy, and I've actually brought down a spray from Amanda Ellis, the Magenta bridge, and upgrades and expansions. And it feels like, how can we get from A to B? This morning I pulled the Temperance card, and her advice to me when I tuned in without knowing what it was until I looked afterwards was discernment. Yeah, anything that felt out of alignment, anything that felt not right to me for whatever reason, to be okay with it not feeling in alignment, and boundaries to protect myself from that. Now, that's not in an ignorant way. That's not in a I don't care manner. That's more of a witness stance. What am I actually going to do if I start to worry or panic or feel things that aren't in alignment with me? I'm going to lose my energy. I'm going to lose my own connection, and I'm going to lose my own power, if you will. So for argument's sake, I will get to the tea, but for argument's sake, outside there's somebody fixing the connection, the cable to our internet at the moment, and that's very relevant. It's from a company, I can't say the name, but their slogan is Open Reach. And we are being asked to really expand our reach, to really expand our connection in different ways. And doing that, we are going to connect to different energies. But the same rules apply. If it doesn't feel like it's in alignment with us, it isn't. Yeah, so keep going, keep connecting, keep building that bridge. And now I hear the song Love Will Build a Bridge. I can't remember who that's by. It was like 2 or 3 people. Oh gosh, I can't remember. But yeah, another song to look up, Love Will Build a Bridge. And for me, I'm not saying everyone is to be that way. You know, there may be people out there looking at me thinking, oh my God. And 12 years ago, I would have agreed with you totally. Yeah, but for me right now, that's alignment for me. Hearing from my heart, which brings me back to the scenario, the wordplay this morning. What I hear and the heart. The bridge for me is the T. Yeah, so my card this morning with Temperance saw me inside a woodland, and using that ability to discern almost as trees around me to protect me so that I could actually see the woods through the trees. It's no coincidence that my cup is in the trees, it's coming. No coincidence at all. This is my tea. This is what I hear. And it all comes from a place of love. That is my tea. So my suggestion today is to find your tea. What helps you get through this? Does it actually help you? Is it making you feel safe? Is it making you feel held and connected and grounded? Got to turn my phone off. That could be. Let me just silence that. That in itself feels like a little bit of a message, just to silence the noise. It's the ongoing message, isn't it, at the moment? And it's no coincidence, again, that today, let me just drink my tea. It's a good cup of tea. Sidetracking slightly. Whenever women used to deliver at work as a midwife, the first thing they would ask for afterwards was a cup of tea. I'd love a cup of tea. Oh, I would love a cup of tea. And we know ourselves, I mean, for those that don't drink tea, maybe it's water, maybe it's just a breath, maybe it's whatever your tea is. After we've done hard work, or what can feel like hard work, it's that moment, isn't it, to treat ourselves, just to take stock. Yeah, and because of the work that we go through, that tea at the end makes it all worthwhile. So by finding your tea now, what helps you to get through it, it's almost like you're getting the reward before the work is actually beginning, if that makes sense. So today I'm on the last card of the tarot, and it's the World card, which again, you couldn't write this stuff. Which means I've finished that current journey, and tomorrow is a new day. Let's sit with that. That feels really quite emotional. Because when we say it's a new day, we're letting go of the old day. Just wondering. No. Okay. Interesting. Stay with me a moment. That's where you get to see my back, literally. I'm actually looking for is that it? Yeah. That was really interesting. Pipes are going now. I was trying to find a spray called Bluebell Bridge, and it's for loss and grief. And at one point I couldn't be bothered. I thought, oh, I don't need anything, I'm fine. And then at the next point, I didn't know what I needed. I didn't know which spray would help me. And then at the last point, the bottle's different. The bottle's a different colour. It's lilac. It used to be blue, and that really threw me. It threw me off, and I wasn't sure what I was looking for to help me through this almost loss of the old. And it feels like it's something different that will come through to help us with this. It is like a lilac colour, the bottle, and that reminds me of the other spray that I've got, which is guidance. Yeah, and what I'm getting is only we can get us through this deep down inside, which is why it's important to find what our tea is. Because when we find our tea, what we're actually finding is ourselves. So this is an opportunity to go in and really discover who you are. Naked, stripped, bare. Because on the World card, we have us and our connection to the world. I love this because it's almost like the equinox as well, which is what I was going to speak of. Tomorrow is the equinox. So the next 3 days is a balance of light and dark. Try and keep it that way if you can. That's not to say everything is light, and it's not to say everything is dark, but keep the balance. Just let that go. And it can be as simple as that. If you're feeling something congested in you, blow it out. Blow it out, just release it. Keep that balance. Yeah. It is about not even finding ourselves. It feels like it's about unconditional love for ourselves. the good and the bad aspects. Yeah, and seeing the whole picture of who we are, all the seasons within us, all the elements within us, and working with them, really working with them. So for argument's sake, at the moment, the air is clearing everywhere. And I'm also seeing on social media, a lot of people's minds are becoming more peaceful. Is that coincidence? Absolutely not. We are a minor version of the major. So our thoughts are the air, our emotions are the water, our fires, our passions, our desires are the fire, the sunshine, the fires in Australia, all of it. And our ability to ground our physical body is the earth. What is the earth showing us? What is she showing us? That with a break, with rest, with relaxation, with a chance to breathe, she is recovering. The same goes for us, because that's where we come from. That's where our physical body comes from. Yeah. So I find this card interesting in particular because it's the only one I know where she's not actually wearing a robe. It's water. It's water that's over her naked body. And let's face it, at the moment we are naked. We have been stripped. And I'd like to say that's the end of it. It depends on how naked you are. It depends on how open you are. Some of us may have more layers removed, more garments, protective garments. And yeah, it's a process that we all go through like an onion. Okay, so we can get to the real core nub of who we are. But she's shrouded in water, not shrouded in water. She has water flowing over her. So now I know what I need. I'm going to go for the water. Now, this is, I will say again, they're sprays from Amanda Ellis, who works a lot with Metatron, and so do I. This one is the water element, okay? And it's dolphins, which apparently have appeared back in Italy. It's got a beautiful, like, peppermint spray to it. Very refreshing, very new. What I hear is water's breaking. Yeah, but not in a catastrophic way. It almost feels like what we would call a hind water leak that's come from behind, come from the past, and is just clearing through, just making way for a new energy here. It is our emotions because it is water related, and it feels like bit by bit, it's our emotions that are actually helping us to become naked. It's embracing them. So when we get those moments, again, I can't stress it enough, let them come up, witness them, observe them, let them go, let them flow like water. We have spent many centuries holding on to how we feel. Excuse me, I might burp. When I burp, it's from tracking. I do apologise. It's a release. We have spent many centuries, obviously myself as included, holding on to our emotions, judging our emotions. It's time to let that go. It's time to just let them flow for what they are. It feels like a great cleansing, a huge cleansing. So find your tea that's going to help you with this process. Okay, find what it is that helps you to feel like the character on this card. Yeah, she's vulnerable, she's naked, she's raw, but she's also supported and protected and balanced. So I'm going to drink my tea. I think that's everything, really. I don't think there's anything else. There's always something. That's what I hear. There's always something. There's always going to be something. Yes, absolutely. And I could sit and talk here for hours and hours and hours because there's always going to be something. It's more about how we deal with each one in the moment, dealing with it when it's here, We've got very caught up in the always going to be something, very caught up in the what ifs. It feels very much what now. So with that in mind, what now? Oh, okay. I'm just going to take the one that has fallen literally out of the pack. And funny, we've got the Page of Cups at the top and he's drinking his tea. He's just drinking his tea and everybody's reaching up to him. Oh, what now? What now? I don't know. I'm just going to drink my tea. I suggest you do the same. Find your tea. Yeah, because it's that almost puts you on not a higher level from it all, but not getting caught up in this entanglement. That's what it feels like an entanglement of energies here. That's not to say he didn't start it in the first place, but yeah. So the card that fell out, 10 of Wands. Let's just breathe that out. What now? Don't have to carry all of this. Let's start putting down the bits that we don't need to carry right now. Yeah? What I do see here is he's carrying all of this and he's struggling. And right behind him here is a cart, which he could put them all in and just carry the cart. But he's making it very, very difficult. It's like the help is there for him. Yeah, the help is there, and there's even a crow sat there. Now, crow medicine is very going within. It's very wise. It's very crone-like, and the crow is there saying, you know, the answers are all here. You're just too busy looking at everything that's going on, everything you feel you need to do, all these worries that you're trying to carry. You can't see the answers are just there. So, what house do we have here? I want to say he's dropped 2 sticks, but he actually hasn't because he's got 10 in his arms. So they're not his. Carry what's yours. Carry what's yours. Ask for help when you need it. And if someone offers something, take it. If they're offering help and it feels right, take it. Carry only what's yours. That feels like the only message there, really. So that's nearly 20 minutes. I'm going to go. I'm up to date. I've cleaned the house. I have a stew from yesterday prepared. I even prepared a crumble from some leftover flour and some frozen vegetables. It's kind of strange, that side of things. I'm not going to feel guilty for saying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying baking. I'm enjoying time with my family. I'm enjoying the pace. So, because I've been here so often, I've been here. And it's that leaves me stressed. And then it's that leaves me vulnerable and knocks my immune system. I've been there. The world has been there. Maybe it's kind of time to just move on from that. Yeah. Take care. There's nothing else really to say. Let's just have a moment. Take care.